Welcome to SEC football here on CBS. Doubleheader day, and we start with 4th-ranked and defending co-national champion LSU against 15th-ranked Auburn. Auburn won the toss, so LSU will go right to left, and they've decided, Auburn that is, to defend to start this game. Both clubs 2-0, and we're underway in Auburn. Xavier Carter, no chance. Marcus Randall will start, but will share time with the redshirt freshman, Jamarcus Russell. 4-4. Skylar Green does start, who's had some problems with a high ankle sprain. And here is Justin Vincent, the fine sophomore running back. And up front for LSU, it is anchored by the senior center in Ben Wilkerson. Vincent, as I mentioned, a 1,000-yard rusher a year ago, and there was question up until game time, Randy, whether or not Skylar Green, the junior, an explosive wide receiver, would play. He's on the field.
He was limping noticeably in warm-ups, though, Craig.
Randall rolls out in troubles, pointing for help. Still on his feet at the 30, and a first down at around the 31-yard line. Lost some big players from a year ago. Carlos Dansby along with Reggie Torbor. Ratliff moves over from defensive end to defensive tackle. The linebackers are Sears and the two Williams. In the secondary, Pitts, Rose Green, Herring, and Rogers. Carlos Rogers with 5 career interceptions. 3 wide receivers set. Randall on the run. Big yards up to around the 40-yard line. Randall, as you see, has the ability, Randy, to scramble out of the pocket, while the redshirt freshman, Jamarcus Russell, more of a drop-back, strong-armed passer.
Number 25.
That time, Vincent takes an early breather, and Joseph Adai, a junior from Houston, checks in that LSU backfield. He'll get the call on the carry, skips for a couple of yards.
Russell, the backup, is an excellent thrower of the ball. 5
plays, 5 runs. This time, though, he skips out of trouble. I don't know if that was a busted play. He had 4 wide receivers. 3 wide receivers set, 2 set to the near side. On 3rd down, Randall guns it in traffic. Gets pulled down by the tight end, David Jones. First down, LSU. Now an I formation on first down at the Auburn 34-yard line. Vincent goes outside. Little hop and a skip inside the 30, Randy, to the 29-yard line. Again from the I. Second down, call it 4. Opening drive for LSU on the road. 3-step drop. Incomplete. Adai in the backfield as Randall goes shotgun on 3rd down. 10th play of this drive. Randall to the far sideline, near sideline, down the sideline. They're going to mark him out of bounds. A double tight end set for LSU. 1st and 10. Well, the pads pop as Adai is stood up at the 14.
That's a difference so far from what we've seen on tape coming in.
Again, double tight set. Adai is the back. Play action. Randall sets, throws to the flat. Nice catch. Oh, a chop. You look at Randall's numbers, 3 of 5. Adai in the backfield. 2 wide receivers set. 3rd down, call it 2. Around the corner comes Davis. First down. Keeping fresh legs in for LSU. 1st and goal. Vincent back in, and there's movement.
For the snap. False start number 89.
David Jones lines up as a fullback. Play action, Randall, good protection. Up and over the middle. Touchdown, LSU, Dwayne Bowe.
Perfectly thrown.
Extra point, no good. Remember that after that incredible 14-play drive, they go 80 yards, and Godet misses the extra point. Bowe with his 4th touchdown catch of the season. LSU up 6-0. High kick. Oromashudu pushes his way to the 19-yard line. There's the senior, Jason Campbell, making his 22nd consecutive start. Now they load up the backfield and split out. Carnell Williams, who says, yeah, I don't mind that nickname Cadillac at all, will get the first carry. Tough yards, but he is so tough after the initial hit. Now let's set that Auburn offense for you. That offensive line, they will rotate a lot of players in to keep everybody fresh. And it's anchored there by the center, Jeremy Engel. Talented core of wide receivers and in the backfield, Carnell Cadillac Williams. And boy, he can break it with 4.4 speed. Second down 5 as Campbell pedals, sets, throws. Well, those pads, Carnell. The Cadillac just busted his front bumper. And defensively for LSU, giving up only 12 points through the first 2 games of the season on average. Spears anchors on that left defensive end spot, says, hey, it's my team. I'm going to put my mark on it. Lionel Turner, a very good linebacker in the middle, is a 5th-year senior. And the secondary of Webster, Landry, and the 2 Daniels. A loss of 5, 3rd down 10. Campbell up and over, in traffic, caught Courtney Taylor. Oh!
So far, we've seen something different on every play.
Multiple sets is right. Here comes the Cadillac. Lowers his pads. 4 wide receivers. Ronnie Brown, by the way, comes in. Lines up in the slot. They throw outside. Brown, watch out! Breaks the tackle. Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. First down, Auburn at the LSU 39-yard line. Little pitch out. Williams, nice patience. Throws the stiff arm as he tried to. Taylor, the motion man, on second down. The throw, nice grab. Right on the hands of Obamanu.
And he's getting some nice matchups he can exploit later.
Anthony Mix in motion. Toss out. Here comes Ronnie Brown. Cuts back inside to the 19-yard line. LSU up by 6 after a touchdown to Bo and a Mix extra point. But Auburn on the drive. Second down 6. Under 4.5 minutes to play. Pressure. They throw to the flat. Ball tipped. It was intended for Ronnie Brown. This is the 10th play of the opening drive for Auburn. 3rd down, long snap count by Campbell. 3-step drop, throws again in traffic, caught. Boy, Courtney Taylor. First down, just outside the 10-yard line. Ronnie Brown lined up near side. Carnell Williams alone back. He has the football, lowers the pads. Second effort to the 6. Again, you see the offense of Al Borges continues to really make constant shifts. Williams again, the ball carrier. LSU able to wrap him up.
Next time you run it, you do something different on the pass or run.
3rd down 4. Campbell from the shotgun takes a seat back at the 13-yard line. This will be a 29-yard field goal attempt by John Vaughn. He's 1 of 2 on the season. He's the longest of 43. Trying to hook it in and got it.
I think that was tipped, Craig. Right at the line of scrimmage as it was going up.
Little curveball.
A little Balada spin on it.
Bo with the touchdown. The extra point was missed on a 14-play, 80-yard drive. Long kick, no return. Jamarcus Russell now in a quarterback. This is Nick Saban's system, as he told us, Randy, that both these players have abilities that he must get on the football field. Vincent, the ball carrier. From the eye, second down, play action. Good protection, again up and over, wide open along the far sideline. Watch out, Craig Davis breaks 1, 2, 3 tackles to the 34-yard line. Had 4 receptions against Arkansas State a week ago for 73 yards. He picks up 42 on that grab. Russell taken down. Good coverage downfield. And the end of the first quarter has come to an end at Jordan-Hare Stadium here in Auburn. 6-3 our score. LSU will return after this message and a word from your local station.
swoop down. I mean, that was tingling.
Start of the second quarter. That's a dive, trying to roll outside to the 39-yard line.
15-yard face mask against the defense, number 4. 15-yard penalty, first down.
So 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line. Craig Davis in motion. Vincent stacked up, lost a yard back to the 26. Second down, 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quick throw, incomplete.
We'll get some matchups outside one-on-one.
Randall sets, fires, low toss, incomplete. Well, Chris Jackson, who missed that point after the touchdown, will go for a field goal now of 42 yards and got it. His longest before that boot was 34. Makes it from 42. And LSU builds their lead to 9-3. We'll be back. Aroma Shudu and Carnell Williams. Deep kick. And there will be no return.
You don't become 5 of 6 to start a game like this without having some serious game plan.
Cooper Wallace in motion. Campbell sprints out. Tries to pick up a block, heads to the sideline, maybe a yard of the 21-yard line. I formation, Jake Slaughter checks in, 44 at the fullback spot. Movement up front. Flags are down, the toss is made, and a near catch.
Defense was in the neutral zone, number 90. 5-yard penalty, repeat second down.
As Al Borges continues to throw just a multiple of offensive sets. Look at this, watch out, Williams around the corner. Driven out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Williams now with 6 carries for 37 yards. First down, Auburn. Campbell out of the pocket, on the run, throws deep. Had a man and he fell as he looked back.
Comes that audible again.
From the eye. Carnell Williams breaks the tackle, lowers those pads, drives, and picks up a couple of extra yards. Campbell under the rush. Tries to set up the screen, incomplete. Yards a kick. Corey Webster back to return. Fair catch at the 9. And here we are on a sunny Saturday afternoon in Auburn. Not much for Justin Vincent from the shotgun.
It's that same formation, bottom of the screen with a slot receiver that broke wide open.
Russell gives it to Vincent, breaks the tackle, good pursuit. Put his crowd on their feet. Auburn Tigers, 3rd down and 8. Good protection, lob pass, incomplete. 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Oh, it's a beauty. High hanger, fair catch, called for at the 39.
Absolutely. And if they're on you, it's usually what you want to refer to as unrealistic.
And Randy, just to put an exclamation point on that, there's a lot of pressure on Tommy Tuberville right now to win and win big. Again, you see multiple sets shown today by Auburn. Ronnie Brown, 2 wideouts near side, 1st and 10. LSU showing blitz. Handoff, Brown again off the right side. Boy, he's rumbling strong right now. And everybody knows about Bo back in '85. 4 wide receiver set, first down from the LSU 35-yard line. Not this time. Melvin Oliver.
Illegal block below the waist by the offense, number 8. 15-yard penalty, repeat first down.
Second penalty flag thrown against Auburn. Here he comes. Cadillac Williams to the 45, maybe the 44-yard line. And you disappeared, Norman. Campbell sets up and throws, and it's complete to Anthony Mix. There's Anthony Mix.
Look at that stack on the bottom.
Campbell, 3-step drop, throws. Once again, Mix. LSU playing a little soft. Try to drop this inside the 10-yard line. Little run to the right. And a pooch kick lands 5 yards deep in the end zone. 2 wide receivers. Near side. Play action. Randall rolls out. Throws incomplete. He wanted his tight end. Double tight set. Quarterback sneak. Randall, big fella, breaks one tackle but cannot escape to the 21. Webster lines up to the far side. A die is in. And the shotgun is Randall on 3rd down and 9. Flush down to the pocket, heads to the near sideline. On the chase, throws deep, has a man turn around, incomplete. But that ball was uncatchable. 7-yard line. Another good kick. Trey Smith at the 36. Smith at the 40, 45, still on his feet at the 50. Flags are down and is thrown down.
During the return, blocking the back on the receiving team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
More of that offensive shift. You see Campbell now trying to audible. You do risk penalties.
All-star number 66 on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Whether it's first down and 15. Slaughter back in at fullback. And again, Campbell mixing things up at the line. He'll go on the ground. Here comes Williams. Follows his blocker. Still on his feet inside LSU territory at the 47. You know, last year, over 1,300 yards. He only needed 109 yards to surpass 3,000 career today. He's got 70. Campbell dropped maybe a yard. 2nd down 9, 4 wide receivers. Campbell from the shotgun. Throws the slant, nearly intercepted. Boy, it's a dangerous throw. On 3rd down 9, under 3 minutes left in the 2nd quarter. Campbell sets up heavy pressure, takes his seat from behind. Lionel Turner was there. That ball away from Campbell and forced the fumble.
The old LT strip.
Yeah. Webster pedals back, 9-yard line, lost it,
And got it.
Justin Vincent back in for that LSU backfield. He'll get the carry, sidesteps a tackle and works his way to the 10-yard line. Double tight set, 2nd down, call it 7. Randall pulls it back in, watch out, reaches out for the first down at the 23-yard line. Davis and Bowe, your 2 wideouts, first down. Vincent finds a seam off the left side behind Whitworth. Is Broussard in that LSU backfield. He'll get the carry, goes outside, finds a hole. First down. That ends the first half of play. LSU up 9-3. We now take you to Tim Brando.
Jason Campbell has -13.
2nd half underway.
Remember what Nick Saban said to Dwayne Ballin going in. He was disappointed in the aggressiveness of his D.
Darnell Williams. 2nd down 9. Around the corner comes the Cadillac to the 25.
Who gets the 7s wins the game.
First one to 20, may just do it. Pressure, Campbell sidesteps, weaves his way to the 25-yard line. Well short of the first down.
Let's put his stamp on it.
His stamp. Webster back, pedals, fair catch at the 27-yard line.
But I think Nick Saban made a good point about maybe not changing it in and out so much.
Took away some rhythm. Broussard breaks a tackle and takes it down the sideline, steps out of bounds. Yeah, many believe this game would be won in the trenches, and the score may prove that to be correct. Randall fakes the pass, tucks, and runs it up to around the 44. 2nd down, 7. Auburn with the shift up front. Play action rollout. Randall steps and throws incomplete. Bowe so close. Movement. No flag. And now one drops.
Ball down, ball down. That was a beanbag. He was marking the spotted the fumble.
Randall lost it, and Auburn covers up. McGlover forced that ball.
By Stanley McClover, he couldn't get back at it.
Darnell Williams slides to the 39-yard line. Now this is the simple stuff. Straight up eye. Second down. Hopping over that defensive front is Williams. The fullback, Jake Slider, comes in, 44. On third down and short. Not this time. That brings up fourth down. Good pursuit. Little trickery. Bliss is going to side, little pooch kick it. Drops it inside the 5. Oh, got it at the 1. Well, look at that. Our average starting field position. LSU at the 18-yard line. Their own 18. Randall stays at quarterback. They hand off Broussard. A little bit more of a power back in this. Auburn showing blitz on second down and 6. Broussard, they move the ball out now to the 16-yard line. First down, LSU. There comes Broussard, running room. Watch it at the 40, 45, 50, and Broussard taken down hard to the Auburn 46-yard line. First and 10. New back, it's Vincent. And he'll push his way up to around the 41-yard line. Second down 5. Not much as Vincent.
The defense right now has to guess. They are not with the initiative.
Xavier Carter in motion. Pumping once, now tucking to run, and out of bounds goes Randall. Randall now 7 carries for 30 yards. 2 wide receivers split up top. Podger popping as Broussard. Second down. Oh, a good read. Junior Rose Green for Tommy Tuberville. Under 6 minutes left, third quarter. LSU by 6. Randall, flags are down, and he is swarmed under at the 38. Oh, wow.
Both ways?
A die lined next to Marcus Randall on third down and a quarter mile. Watch out! Oh, big hit! His own 25-yard line, Trey Smith set to receive. High hanger but short. Big bounce at the 30 and down at the 28-yard line. You're right, the wisdom teeth are ready for pulling. First and 10 Auburn, down by 6. Campbell sets up, throws wide open across the middle. Cooper Wallace, the tight end.
When a guy's wide open like that, that's the hardest time to hit him.
Second catch of the season for Wallace. Campbell on the run, throws, and gets rid of it.
And get off this 3 they've been on since the first quarter.
Second down, across the middle. Bingo. Taylor. First down, Auburn at the LSU 25. Anthony Mix in motion. On the pitch, around the corner comes Ronnie Brown. Second down. Wallace in motion. Campbell sets back and throws. Wallace again. Inside the 15 to the 11-yard line. 2 grabs for Wallace on this drive. 1 of 15, the other 11. This time on the ground, Williams. Try to scoot behind Reddick. Well, look at the short stuff. 1 to 14 yards, very effective for Auburn's offense. Watch this. The throw, nope. Ronnie Brown crashes in.
About the 1-yard line.
They marked him out at the 3.5. Third down. Campbell to the corner. Overthrows. Courtney Taylor was on the route. And Tommy Tuberville. Nick Saban looking on. 4th and 2. They need to get just inside the 1. Campbell sets up. LSU holds. Jesse Daniels, Jamarcus Russell back in. We'll start this drive at the 3.5-yard line. Broussard, the bruiser, is pushed back, no gain. Russell in his own end zone, sets up, throws a floater, tipped away, incomplete. Carlos Rogers, big third down. Again, deep in his end zone, throws, caught at the 13-yard line. It's going to be close.
It's going to be fourth down. But
we've played 3 quarters. LSU on top, 9-3. We'll return to Jordan-Hare Stadium after this message and a word from your local station. After this punt. High hanger. Fair catch. 42. Lost it.
It bounced right into the arms of an LSU player. Arms of Daniel Francis, number 37. See, he's just being crowded a little bit. And look at Francis. It's Christmas comes early to the Francis household. That ball bounces right into his arms.
Only a sophomore. And LSU back in business at the 44-yard line, so Auburn's defense will be called upon again. Marcus Russell, the redshirt freshman, remains LSU's quarterback on second down. Call it 7 from the shotgun. Sets up, throws a dart complete across the middle. 1st and 10. LSU, Dwayne Bowe in motion. Play action pass. Russell could not. 4 wide receiver set, second down. Russell stands, throws, in traffic and caught. Big catch by the freshman Doucette.
Watch the pad levels.
3rd and inches. Off left tackle, the keeper by Russell. First down. Vincent back in the LSU backfield. From the I, 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Dwayne Bowe in motion. Russell sets up, throws deep, incomplete. Bowe in motion, in round. Carter, caught and dropped. He'll lose a couple, maybe 3. Carter, who's been clocked at 4.35 on the 40, and he could not get outside and hit the jet. 3rd down 11. Russell, good protection, steps up, throws, incomplete.
Coverage team, pin him inside the 5.
High hanger. Inside the 5, bounces into the end zone. This game has been played in the trenches to this point. 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. There's that multiple set offense for the Auburn Tigers, and able to get away under some pressure. Breaking a tackle is mixed to the 30.
Those yards.
Jesse Daniels let him off. Had him by the ankle. Bouncing off one hit is Williams, and then pushed back for a loss of 3. Ronnie Brown to the near side. In the backfield, Williams. Campbell sets and throws. Brown has it. Breaks the tackle, and then game tackled and still on his feet. You gotta be kidding, to the 32. Time becoming a factor. Down 6, under 10 minutes left. Campbell, deep drop, pressure. Runs away, slings it downfield. Got it! Nope, incomplete. But what a grab on the run.
The finance major almost was able to stretch it.
Green with that ankle sprain will return. Tough catch over the shoulder. He just doesn't have it. You can tell he's
I mean, this is a defensive football team for Nick Saban.
Russell in at quarterback. Broussard, the ball carrier, stood up and dropped. Studio's doing, watching the old alma mater get things done. Downfield the throw on a sliding catch. Complete at the 29. Russell find a little groove, Randy, making completions on 4 of his last 6 passes. Broussard, the ball carrier.
This is a situation on the road. You take this guy.
I think Nick Saban would like to have Randall or Russell step forward and say, it's my club. Vincent just checked in, and Auburn refuses to give up this a die. Lines up alongside on third down. High lobber, incomplete. He tried to get Davis to run underneath it. And Randy, I can't think but that missed extra point on that first touchdown by Bo for LSU.
That'd be a certain poetic justice, wouldn't it be, if somebody that...
6:37 remaining. This drive starts at the 41. Campbell, long balls. Man coverage, downfield, overthrows Oromashudu.
You have got to get first downs here.
Campbell, 12 of 21 for 136 yards. Pitching out, here comes Ronnie Brown. Breaks one, breaks two, breaks three, tackles. Still refuses to go down to the 39 of LSU. 8 carries, 61 yards, end round, Ronnie Brown.
That's that play I was talking about earlier.
Yeah. Carnell Williams alone back on second down 4. Long snap count by Campbell. Pressure, throws to the flat. Nearly picked off, then caught. Williams made the grab. How? I don't know. Third down 1, under 5 minutes left. Option, the keeper, Campbell. And a first down for Auburn at the 26-yard line. Williams and Trey Smith, the two backs in the Auburn backfield. Pitch out. There comes Carnell. Trying to get away from the grasp of LSU. Second down, 12. Jason Campbell pumps once, twice. Runs down to the pocket, heads to the sideline, and then dumps it away. Shotgun, backs are split. LSU showing blitz. They come. Strong. Pass. Knocked down, incomplete. On 4th and 12, Auburn will continue.
Anthony Mix has been the money guy so far.
Campbell rolling. Takes a hard hit. Throws. Caught! Inside the 15. It's Courtney Taylor. Randy, they needed 12. They got 13. First down for Auburn at the 15-yard line of LSU. LSU Tigers 2 timeouts. Auburn, no timeouts remaining. They pitch it out. Here comes Cadillac. And is tripped up. He'll lose a couple. Cadillac's been held at just 6 yards this half. Play action. Campbell throws. It's caught. Fumbled. In and out of the hands of Anthony Mix.
He caught it out of bounds.
Third down and 12. Less than a minute and a half to go. 6-point LSU lead. Campbell pumps to the end zone. Got it! Touchdown! Courtney Taylor. Never missed an extra point. 36 of 36. The kick is up. No! It was a bad snap.
Yeah, low and inside on the snap. Had to put it down on a strange spot. There was a flag down on that play.
Personal foul, number 9. In the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Retry.
Wow.
Second life, another bad snap. Got it this time.
What'd we do? Well, I'll tell you right now, you missed your first shot on your extra point. Just amazing. Nick Saban stunned.
Short kick. Xavier Carter. Dropped at the 11. 2 timeouts for LSU, 1:07 on the clock. Jamarcus Russell, the redshirt freshman.
Auburn's still in their base defense. This is not any kind of prevent.
Get all your complete college football stats at CBSSportsline.com. Russell sets and throws, sideline. Dropped. Bo had it. Jamarcus Russell, a freshman, playing in place of the senior. Randall, incomplete behind the outstretched arms. Oh, the sea of orange on their feet. 3rd down and 10, 39 seconds left. LSU down 1, co-national champions of a year ago. Out of bounds, stops the clock. Craig Davis, Will Herring. Russell from the shotgun, sprints out to his right. Looking, has help, long ball, triple coverage, incomplete inside the 15. 22 ticks left. You see what the 3rd longest winning streak in Division I with 10 in a row. Boise State on top at 13. Quick slant, complete, and reaching out to around the 43-yard line. He's kicked one today of 42 yards. Pick! Rose Green closes the door.
Green stepped in front of him. Doucette.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against the home team bench. 15-yard penalty. First down.
On a knee, and Auburn will beat last year's co-defending national champ. And what a way to celebrate number 50, Tommy Tuberville, 3-0 on his birthday.
If you're the Auburn Tigers, you're proud of your defense. You love your running backs. This is an Auburn Tiger team win.